Am I audible? Okay. Very good evening, my dear friends. Welcome to our today's resource person, Dr.D.Nagaraju Garu, Assistant Professor, Department of Botany, Government City College, Autonomous Hyderabad. Yesterday, sir has clearly explained about the general characteristic features of fungi, especially thallus structure, the basic information related to Thallophyta. In the Thallophyta, the heterophytic Thallophyta member, that is fungi. Sir has clearly explained. The continuation class, sir is going to explain today. So we would like to invite Dr. D. Nagaraju Garu, Assistant Professor, Department of Botany, Government City College, Autonomous, Hyderabad. Sir, please welcome and start your session, sir. Please welcome. So regarding of this class, if you have any doubts, you may ask our respected resource person, because of sir has huge experience in the field of mycology. Mycology, that means the study of fungi. So sir has written so many books related to mycology, and even though the environmental science, ecology, biodiversity, and plant physiology, these are the most important books in Telugu Academy also. Sir is a writer. Okay, so that's why his experience, his knowledge related to our subject, you may utilize this class and interact with our respected sir. Okay, sir, please welcome and start your session, sir. Okay.
Hello. Okay. Is
Yes,
it okay?
yes, you are audible, sir. Please proceed.
Yeah, my son is crying.
Okay, we're going to
Because
give the big chocolate, my dear mama, my dear uncle.
phone is not giving to me. Even laptop headphones also not giving to me. Okay. Okay. Now, yesterday as we discussed some part of the fungi, general introduction of the fungi, thallus organization, and difference between algae and fungi, ecology and mycology, and some related aspects of the fungi, how it is useful, how it organized, what is the cell wall, what are the cell structures, how the cell structure is, what are the cell wall components, and further of mycology, Indian mycology and world mycology. That all we discuss, and then the father of phycology. Father of phycology is F.U. Fritsch. No students are there. Father of phycology is F.U. Fritsch, and father of Indian phycology M.F. Iyengar. And father of mycology is Mycology. Father of Indian mycology is Butler. These two we should remember, phycology and mycology. Okay, not phycology and not my college. Okay, these are the distinguishing characteristics. Also, we discuss difference between algae and fungi, and some of them said fungi are nothing but the bacteria. No, the distinguishing character also we said. Now also again we will discuss difference between fungi and bacteria. Why bacteria are not fungi? Why fungi are not bacteria? And though both are heterotrophs, both are echlorophyllous, but some variations are there in between the bacteria and fungi. That also we will discuss. And we also discuss the thallus organization and hyphae variations, hyphal differentiation of the hyphae. 5 types of the hyphal differentiation that we have discussed. What are those? Septate, aseptate, simple porous, and daliporous septors. These are types of the hyphae that we have discussed. You know, the aseptate hyphae also called as cenocytic hyphae. That means it having the numerous, more nucleus. I already told you the basic structure of the fungi is called as hypha. Singular is hypha, plural is hyphae. That also asked in the examination. A hyphal network interconnecting or interconnecting bond is called as mycelium. So we all discussed about the mycelium, that is interconnecting hyphae. Hyphae are interconnected. And the based upon interconnection of the hyphae, hyphal organization also is there. Hyphae are differentiated into two different groups. That also we will discuss. Rectenchyma, prosenchyma, pseudoparenchyma. That also we will discuss. If loosely arranged, that is prosenchyma. If it is tightly arranged like a parenchyma tissue, that is called as pseudoparenchyma. Look like parenchyma, but it is not the parenchyma. That's why pseudoparenchyma. And so many are there: sclerosium, rhizoma, different structures are there. That also we will discuss. Okay. And then after we will discuss the nutrition of the fungi. That we will discuss today. Okay. And later we have so many other also is there: reproduction in the fungi, classification of the fungi, and economic importance of the fungi. These again 3 topics also is there. Okay. Now we are going to discuss the thallus organization. This basic we already discussed yesterday. Mics means not hello mics. Mics means molds or mushrooms. Study about the molds or mushrooms is called as mycology. Disease caused by the mites fungi is called as mycosis. We already discussed. Earlier at the corona time we discussed, we might have known very well about the mycosis, mucormycosis. That also we discussed what it is, whom it affects. That also we discussed. Whom it affects? Sultana, Nabi Sultana. Diabetic patients get affected with this mucor. Not all the people. Especially why? There is a more carbohydrates in their blood. That's why it infects their blood vessels, so that it infects especially eyes. Why? Very sensitive nerve blood vessels are there in the eye. So many are died also due to mucormycosis, black fungi. That means you don't feel otherwise as a fungi as a dead organic matter. Okay. No fungi, we are getting lot of benefit. Today in the newspaper also we are seen with the fungi only all the living organism may die on the world. What happens if the fungi win? That one Britain scientist written book. As like a corona, fungi also sometimes due to this environmental impact, the environmental factor may modify. So the dimorphism. I told you the dimorphism. It's shown the different structure, different. It can survive in the different habitat as a saprophytes and also as a parasite. They change their structure, they modify the dimorphic fungi. Okay, and then we also discuss. These all we already discussed. No? Where it is not moving. Oh, okay. What we have discussed, the different states of the fungi also we have discussed. No? Anamorph, telomorph, and holomorph. Anamorph, telomorph, and holomorph also we have discussed. What is the anamorph? Anamorph is asexual stage. Asexual stage of the fungi is called as anamorph, whereas the sexual stage of the fungi is called as telomorph. This question raised every time. This question raised. What does it mean? Anamorph. What is the anamorph stage? What is the telomorph stage of the Aspergillus? What is the telomorph stage of the Aspergillus that we have discussed yesterday? What is the telomorph stage? That means perfect stage, sexual reproduction stage. Emersella nidulans. Aspergillus nidulans, perfect stage. That means telomorphic stage is Emersella nidulans. Like that, the penicillium also having the perfect stage, anamorph and telomorph. The penicillium. Penicillium also having the anamorph and telomorph. Penicillium. Penicillium also having the anamorph and telomorph. Penicillium is the anamorph stage, that means asexual reproductive stage. That means by asexual spores, by seeing the asexual spores, they given the name of penicillium, look like a brush. And whereas the telomorph stage is toleromyces. Telomorph stage is toleromyces. From these two, every time the question raising, what is the telomorph stage or what is the perfect stage of the Aspergillus or penicillium? Aspergillus perfect stage is Emersella nidulans. Penicillium perfect stage is toleromyces. Okay, these two you have to remember. Okay, from this question also raising every time. Anamorph, telomorph stage based on Aspergillus and penicillium. Okay, and homothallism and heterothallism also we discuss. Homothallic means the male and female nuclei is same from the same thallus, that is homothallic. If the male and female came from the different thallus or different hyphae, that is heterothallic. If the male and female thallus is separate, if the mating in between the two different strains only happen, that is heterothallism. Heterothallic fungi, that means self-sterile fungi. In between the cell, within the thallus, it's not take the reproduction mating. That we call it heterothallism. That is first discovered by, who is that? A. Blacksley. A. Blacksley first identified the heterothallism. Heterothallism first identified by A. Blacksley. A. Blacksley first identified, first discovered in the Mucormycido and Aspergillus nidulans. He identified that there is no mating is happening, there is no fusion of the opposite two nucleuses taking place within the same thallus. It is happening in between the two opposite strain thallus only. That is called as heterothallism. Okay, heterothallism first discovered by A. Blacksley. This is also very important. Heterothallism means nuclei fusion is taking place in between the two opposite strain thallus, not within the thallus. Okay, that is first discovered in, also they ask the question, Mucormycido. Heterothallism first discovered in Mucormycido. Also raise the question. And fungal structures also we discuss, single cellular structures and filamentous structures. Single cellular structures is yeast, Alpidium, Chytridiomyces. These are the single cellular structures. We already discussed yeast, that is earning $1 trillion of the money. Without yeast, there is no bakery and beverages, no bakery item, bread, cake, puff, pizza. Without beverages items, beer, brand, whiskey, wine, without the yeast. That is the specificity of yeast, single cellular organism, earning $1 trillion of the money, we are earning trillion dollars of the money by using the single cellular yeast in the fermentation reaction. That is nothing but biotechnology. Nothing but biotechnology. Using of the biomes, microbes for the technological purposes, for the wide range of productions that is called as biotechnology. Okay, that is happening by using these microbes, fungi and bacteria. Okay, you know the penicillin production also another biotechnology product. Beer brand, whiskey, wine production also biotechnology product. You know, in our home, idli, dosha, vada, uttappa, jalebi, bonda preparation also one of the biotechnology product. You know, our grandparents also biotechnologists. You know, our chutneys preparation also biotechnology production. Do you know that all are biotechnology products? Only thing is we don't know the term. Our ancient people, our older people, the term they don't know, but they are already biotechnologists. You don't underestimate our old people, our traditional people. Okay, they all are biotechnologists. They all are scientists who they are following our rituals, festivals, who they introduce our festival. Those all are scientists. There is a scientific reason in all the rituals and festivals. Okay, that we will discuss in the later. We are discussing in the competitive exam point of view. Okay, there single sporous and filamentous fungi are also called as molds. Boozulu antama boozulu. Bread paina, rotte paina, chapati paina, fruits paina, vegetables. You might have seen the molds. Boozulu, white color, that will turn into black color or brown color or green color. Based upon that green mold, black mold, pink mold, white molds, bread mold, that are all the names are there. Okay. And then I already told you the septate and aseptate hyphae. Hyphae is the filamentous structure. But is all the cell having the nucleus. If it is having the septa, if otherwise if there is no septa, it having the more nucleus in the within the single hyphae. That we call it as cenocytic hyphae. I already told you cenocytic hyphae present in zygomystis and simple porous septa hyphae present in ascomystis. Doliporous septa hyphae present in basidiomystis. Okay, these are the some of the fungal cultures. We can grow like this in the laboratory. You see, Aspergillus, Penicillium, Clostridium. You know, I already told you some of the fungi show the dimorphism. Based upon the temperature or atmospheric condition, it gets turned into as a parasite. You know, due to different temperature, climate change, global warming, most of the microorganisms they are getting modified. They all are getting cause so many diseases. They are all this some of the saprophytes will becoming the parasites because of the climate change. Because of the climate change, global warming situation, some of the microbes, fungi and bacteria, viruses are modified. That's the dimorphism. Like that, some of the fungi, histoplasma, blastomyces, coccidioides, these are the dimorphic fungi. And again, I already told you cell wall composition in the different cell wall composition in the different group of fungi. What are the cell wall compositions in the different group of the fungi that I already told you? Here you can see in the primitive fungi, you see, especially in the zygomystis, in the Mastigomycotina, you know, on competitive exam, they may ask the question, which group of fungi is motile? Which group of fungi having the flagellated spores? Flagella. Can anybody say Which group of the fungi is having the flagella? Motile spores. Only one group of fungi, only one class of the fungi having the flagella. There is no other 5 classes of fungi having the flagella. Only one class of the fungi that having the flagella. Can anybody say? I am also giving a clue. These are the primitive fungi. This we also call it as Phycomystis. Look like algae. That's why also called as Phycomystis. That clue also I given. Yesterday also I told. Can anybody say? Sultana? Only the Mastigomycotina, Mastigomystis, Mastigomycetes, Mastigomystis fungi only have the flagella. Only the Mastigomycotina, also called as Clastidiomystis, also called as Clastidiomystis. Mastigomystis or Clastidiomystis fungi only having the what it having?
Flagella.
Flagella. Only the fungi class that having the flagella. Flagellated fungi. That means motile fungi. It shows the movement. Motile fungi. Flagellated fungi. Mastigomystis. This is the primitive fungi, also called as Phycomystis. Only these group of fungi, we call it as only these group of fungi having flagella. It shows the movement, motile. It shows the movement, motile fungi. No other 5 group of fungi having the flagella. That means flagella is absent in other group of fungi. Only in this group of fungi, Mastigomycotina, which having the flagella. You know, the Mastigomycotina again divided into 3: Chytridiomystis, Hypochytridiomystis, and Oomycetes, based upon the flagella. Okay. If the only one flagella, if it is having, that we call as Chytridiomycetes. Only one flagella, that whiplash type. You know the flagella, 2 types of the flagella, whiplash and tensile, acronymatic and pantonymatic. You know the types of the flagella, 2 types of the flagellas. If it is a smooth, flagella is a smooth, కొరడా అంటామా? కొరడతో కొడతారు కదా, తెలుసా? థ్రెడ్, తాడుతో కొడతారు కదా, దేవుడు వచ్చిన వాళ్ళని ఏదో ఏదో ఇట్లా కొడతారు కదా కొరడాతో. విప్లాష్, కొరడా. If it is like smooth, like thread, that we call as acronymatic, also called as whiplash, type. And if it is a flagella, single flagella in the anterior side with the fimbrials, that means air, feathery. If it having the feathery structure, fimbrials like this, not the smooth. It having the air, feathery structure, fimbrial like structure, flagella like structure. You see these fimbrials, air like structures. Flagella is called as tensile type or pantonymatic type of the flagella. These are the 2 types of the flagellas which are there in the fungi. That also you raise a question. Whiplash type of the flagella is present in Chytridiomystis. Okay, tensile type of the flagellas is present in Hypochytridiomystis. And both the fungi, 2 flagellas are present in Oomycetes. 2 flagella. That means this one, this type, two flagellated, having the two flagella that are oomycetes, comes under oomycetes. From the flagella also, every time raising the question, whiplash or tensile type of the flagella is present in the Mastigomycotina. Okay, have you understood? Only Mastigomycetes fungi having the flagella. That you should remember. Here, oomycetes I have seen, that's why I gone to there. That also very important point that may not cover in the next. Okay, the very important flagellated fungi. Which among is the flagellated fungi? Which among is the motile fungi? They ask the question, which among is the motile fungi? Which among having the flagella? That is Mastigomycetes fungi. Okay, and then cell wall composition also variation is there in the Phycomycetes, that means in the oomycetes, Mastigomycotina, along with the chitin. What is that? Cellulose also present. That is very important. You know, the algal cell wall and all the plant cell wall is made up of cellulose. But whereas the fungal cell wall is made up of fungal cell wall is made up of chitin. You have forgotten. Huh? Yesterday only I have taken the class. Fungal cell wall is made up of fungal cell wall is made up of chitin. Okay, but along with the chitin, some other components also is there in the various group of fungi. In various group of fungi that you see in the Chytridomystes, oomycetes. You see in the oomycetes, especially cellulose also present along with the chitin. That is the important. Okay, that is most important. And even in the Chytridomystes, along with the chitin, glucan is present. In the Zygomystes, chitin and chitosan is present. From the cell wall composition also, question is raising in competitive exams. Even JL, DL, NET, SET, PG entrances, that are in all the cell wall composition in the Zygomystes or cell wall composition in the oomycetes, cell wall composition in the Ascomystes, cell wall composition in the various group of fungi, various class of the fungi. That question also raising every time. You should remember. Okay. In which group of fungi cellulose is a component of cell wall? In which group?
Oomycetes.
Oomycetes. In the oomycetes fungi, cellulose also present along with the chitin. Okay, glucan, cellulose is present. Whereas in the Zygomystes, chitin and chitosan. In the Basidomyces, along with the chitin, glucan. What is that? Glucans. Glucans and manons are present. Basidomycotina, Ascomycotina, glucan and manons are present. Along with the chitin, what are those compounds? Glucan and manons. Glucan and manons are present in the Ascomycotina and Basidiomycotina. Ascomycotina and Basidiomycotina fungi having what it having? Glucan manon as a cell wall component. Okay, that you should remember. Okay, the cell wall component is very, very important. You know, fungal cell is eukaryotic or prokaryotic? Yesterday I told you fungal cell is a eukaryotic or prokaryotic?
Eukaryotic.
Eukaryotic. All the fungi are eukaryotic. Even most of the algae also eukaryotic. But only one algae group having prokaryotic nucleus. What group of fungi it is? Can anybody say? Yesterday I told you. Which group of
Sir, your voice is not audible. Nagaru, your voice is not audible.
yeah, now it is okay.
Okay, please proceed.
Yeah, the ascomyces and basidiomyces, that means higher fungi having the glucan and mannan as a cell wall component along with the chitin. Okay, these are, from these also one question raised every time. Cell wall component. All the fungi are eukaryotic, not the prokaryotic. Okay, and then these all are already discussed. You see similarities between algae and fungi and differences between algae and fungi. That all we already discussed now. What are the similarities between algae and fungi? Some of the algae and fungi are symbiotic in relation. Okay.